This is Dr. John Schruggy, and I'm here today to make sure that you understand how online participation works in this class. We started the system of online participation a few semesters ago because we know that participation is very important in class, but lots of students are just too shy or too busy or whatever to actually raise their hands and talk or ask questions in a large class like this one. Online participation sort of levels the playing field. Everyone can participate quite easily. More to the point, everyone has to participate. Online participation is part of your grade in this course. Not a large part, admittedly, something like 5 to 8% typically, but still that can be about 1/2 of one letter grade, so that can make a big difference at the end of the semester. There are basically 3 ways to get online participation points in this class. The best way to participate online is to contribute to the class wikis. You notice that there is a link for the class wikis on every page of ATS 113, so there's no excuse for you not to see this link. In ATS 113, we use wikis as a way of building a set of group notes about the lectures and the readings in this class. Lots of people learn really well by typing their notes. This is a way for you to get credit for doing stuff like that. This is always a place that you could look for information that you might have missed in the lectures too, since there'll be sets of notes from your classmates here. The front page of the Class Notes Wiki just organizes the material based on which test we're currently working our way up to. Let me scale the font up here a little bit. Okay, this is unnaturally large, but it'll do. Let's say you want to contribute your notes from the first lecture of the first exam. So we would click on the link for Exam 1. Each exam has 5 lectures. You can contribute your notes from either that day's lectures, or you can contribute any notes or thoughts that you might have had about that day's readings. So we have lecture note wikis, or we have reading note wikis for each of the 5 lectures leading up to that exam. The structure helps keep it all organized and easy to find. So let's follow the link for the first lecture. The naming structure here, by the way, E1L1 means Exam 1, Lecture 1. That just is for me, but it helps you if you understand what's going on. Okay, at the present time, there isn't anything here except a little bit of information from me. Suppose I wanted to type in my notes and get some online participation credit. I want to edit the page, so I'm going to follow this link for Edit at the top of the page. Now, as you can see, we're going to need to log in to edit the page. Only students from ATS 113 are allowed to log into this site, for example. So we follow the link for login, and you need to put in your username and your password. This is your net ID for Creighton and your blue password. Make sure the domain here says blue, and then you hit login. And it says that our login was successful and we're logged into this wiki, which is called Weather Break, as this login. All right, return to the page. Now if we click on the edit link, we're in some kind of little text editor here. Now, editing wikis can be a little bit strange because it's different than what you're used to. There was a handout that you can print. It's on every page of the site. Let me just show you here. If you don't know how to edit a wiki, this handout should help. You can follow that link, and there's a handout there you could print. Or you can kind of just use the page as a model. All I want you to do is just go ahead and add your notes down at the bottom of the page. For example, maybe I'm going to put in some notes about what I learned in class about the major gases of the atmosphere. Okay, the 4 most important gases in the atmosphere are, the pound symbol gives you a numbered list, the star symbol gives you just a bulleted list. So maybe first gas will be nitrogen, the second gas will be let's make this silly, smog. The third gas will be the fresh scent of pine, and the fourth gas will be water vapor. Okay, these answers are not right, but that's okay because you guys are going to come in here and be able to fix them. So now I have contributed my notes. Obviously, you would have more than just one little set of notes like that, but that's okay. You go ahead and save the page, and now there is a numbered list. The 4 most important gases in the atmosphere are nitrogen, smog, the fresh scent of pine, and water vapor. You can contribute your notes, or you can just go through here and make changes. For example, maybe it's not the fresh scent of pine, it's the fresh scent of pine sol. Okay. Save the page, and now it says that. Okay. I look particularly fondly and give good credit to people who find mistakes on other people's notes, because that really fixes lots of problems. It shows that you know the material, and it fixes a problem in somebody else's notes. So that really looks good. All of your changes are tracked. I can see exactly what each person did, so you'll get credit for for what you've done. You can add your notes, or you can fix other people's notes. So the wikis are probably your best online participation tool because they are so constructive. It actually does something productive. It produces a set of notes that will help you prepare for the test. There are other ways to get online participation credit, and the ways to contribute to this set of multimedia resources that we call the Storm Cellar. Here in the ATS department, we created the Storm Cellar a couple years ago as a way to collect pictures of clouds and storm damage and stuff like that we were sent by students. If you have some pictures of something related to the weather, we'd love to have them. So send them to me by emailing me at my address, john@creighton.edu. We'll add them to the collection and post them to the front page of Blue Line for a while, and you'll get participation credit. And these pictures don't have to be brilliant, by the way. They don't have to look like something from a textbook or a calendar. Just snap some pictures of interesting clouds, for example. We love stuff like that. So over here, I have it set up so that a few of the pictures from the Storm Cellar are rotating through at any given time. You can navigate them and look at previous pictures or the next pictures. You can click on any given picture and you'll get it. It actually is currently being stored at Flickr. And you can see this particular student sent in a nice picture of a sunset. Look at the entire photo collection that we've got this semester on Flickr. We don't have all the pictures we've ever gotten, but the ones we've gotten this semester are here. So you can navigate through here and see some of these interesting pictures that students have sent over the years. The final way in which you can earn online participation credit in ATS 113 is to participate in our audio blog. Program this telephone number into your cell phone, 302-258-1617. When you have a question or a comment about ATS 113 or about the weather, call that number and leave us a message. I'll record a response, and the whole thing will get posted to the class website on Blue Line. Students often use this as a way to ask questions about stuff that they've seen on TV or read about on the internet, for example. What's cool about the audio blog is that it just involves a phone. You don't have to be around a computer to make it work. So if you go and you can listen to some of these, it won't work on this video capture thing that I'm doing right now, but if I go and I play some of these other calls, you can see I have this big collection of calls that came in previous semesters, and you follow any of these and you'll hear the phone call from the student followed by our response, and they got credit for asking those interesting questions. All right, so there's 3 basic ways to get online participation credit. You need to participate, on average maybe once a week in the class if you want to get full credit for the online participation. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to contact me. This has been Dr. John Schrage.